The power of the dark side.
Okay, right answer is...
All right, here we go.
Oh! 31%. You got the percentage exactly right. There was only a 3.2% chance of that.
Are you saying Canadians aren't cool? Yes. Clip it. What is this? What is happening right now? Oh my God, Fets! You freaking God!
Talk it out. Let's see who has any kind of moral compass whatsoever.
Decisions.
Wow.
You greedy rat!
What you've done. But
Oh,
you
get wrecked, Seb! Get
I'm
wrecked!
gonna enjoy this.
I hate you.
Thank you. Got her.
Killing spree.
Right here, man. Yo.
Wait, what?
Is that you?
Yeah, that's us, man. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait. Let me zoom in.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on the action right now.
That's you.
Guys, they're watching us.
That's right.
We're watching them. Watch us. Y'all be good. Yo.
All right, what's up? How's it going, Dylan? How you doing?
God. I'm over here. Hold on.
A little bit centered. How's it going? Dylan, stop trying to leave, all right? Look, that Canadian comment, I just want to talk about that Canadian comment for a second because wow. Where did that come from? What's up, Dylan?
Sorry, I'm like trying to center myself. I'm looking at the screen right now.
You need to be centered.
Okay, I think this is centered. Am I centered now, chat?
He said what he said, dude.
Am I centered now?
Yes,
Am I centered now?
No.
No, I'm still not centered. Chat, find my center. I think this is this about as good as I can get it? My mic arm's like all the way over here.
That's totally fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. What did I say about Canadians? I don't remember.
You said that you hate Canadians.
Okay, this is context for that moment. So I did a live stream from Epcot, right? And the live stream ran like perfectly fine, except every single time I went through Canada, we crashed. Every single time. So now the meme in the channel is that anytime anything goes wrong, gameplay is bad, game crashes, or whatever, my chat knows, ! Blame, and we just blame Canada. Like for any problems that occur on stream. Any problems. This is Canada's fault. Just mass blame Canada.
I'm taking a little offense to that as a Canadian myself. But anyways, Dylan, so good to have you join us. Doing our first creator spotlight. And again, my bad about the centering thing. I forgot to tell you to be centered. So that is on me. Okay. So blame me, guys. You know, one day we'll have perfectly smooth production.
So blame Canada.
Ah! All right, Dylan. Why don't we start off by talking a little bit about your channel? Who are you? What are you all about? And I'm gonna try to fix this subtly.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, my name is Dylan. The Order of Dylan. I feel right now like being here right now talking to you. I feel like a guy coming home for Christmas to spend time with his family, and now he's got a wife and a kid, and he's like his own person now. But you guys know me. My name is Dylan, the Order of Dylan. I have been streaming on Twitch since May 2020. Of course, I used to be a moderator here in the Looney Bin, taking care of all you trolls. I also served as Lowco's content manager and YouTube editor person extraordinaire. But yeah, I started streaming May 2020, taking a break from work like during the pandemic and all that, and trying to find some new fulfilling things to do. And I wanted to try to bring some levity on Twitch and try to have fun, play games with people and all that. And it's been an incredible journey in this now going on 2 years. Holy crap, 2 years of streaming. And my whole thing is playing with viewers, playing multiplayer games with the community, talking about life, checking in on people. Like, I'm very personable with my stream. Everybody knows like I love people. So that's I changed my name to The Order of Dylan because that's the name of my community, and I wanted my name on Twitch to reflect what my channel is about, which is The Order, us. So yeah, like I said, we play a lot of games. We talk, we laugh. Right now, I'm playing a lot of Paladins, full blown addicted to the game, and a little bit of Jackbox on Fridays. Kind of in a transition right now as I'm moving on from Knockout City, but just trying to find new things to do with the community as I explore things post Twitch partnership. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Twitch partner.
Yeah, that's awesome, and congratulations again. You've been a partner for how many months now?
Going on 4 or 5 months, I think. Yeah.
Wow, that time really flies. It's wild.
I know. Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. I think that a lot of people here probably already know who you are because you've been so much a part of this community. So, what is something that they might not know about you?
Oh man, something they may not know about me. Well, I don't talk a lot about sports in my channel because I've come to find out that a lot of people who game are like really not into sports at all. Like I get sports ball comments every single time I want to talk about basketball or talk about the NFL. But I'm a huge sports head. Like I grew up, like that was like literally one of my biggest passions in life. I think a lot of people pigeonhole me as just like a Star Wars guy or just like a you're the Knockout City guy. And it's like, I have a lot more like wider interest than I think I show sometimes. And I've been trying to highlight those interests more and talk about things that I'm more interested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's like, yeah, I am a full blown like lifelong like cut me and I bleed like basketball.
Yeah.
And football and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I think that's something that you shouldn't shy away from. Like,
Of course, yeah.
But that adds like another dimension to your stream. And I mean, you're gonna attract those people that are also into sports if you talk more about it, and that just gives you more things to talk about, really.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy because you already love it, so it's easy to talk about.
I'm just like the passion is there for sure.
So who do you have picked for the Super Bowl?
Oh God, my playoff predictions have been so bad. This has been a really strange NFL postseason. I feel like it's the Rams to lose, though. I feel like the Chiefs being eliminated, Mahomes being out of there. See, I'm about to get into it right here. Really opened the door for the Rams. This is their year. They're gonna be playing at home. They top to bottom have the best roster in the NFL, so I think it's all set up for the Rams to actually take this. I said I would be stunned if the Bengals got there, but the Bengals are here, so now it's like, oh God. But yeah, give me the Rams. It's a pretty easy pick for me.
Tim the Tatman also picked the Rams to win, right? The curse.
The curse is so this would be one of the most shocking things we've seen in sports. Like if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, like, oh my God.
I'm rooting for the Bengals because their uniforms are great, and apparently it's been a long time since they've even been to the Super Bowl or something like that. So
33 years. Like they haven't won a playoff game in 30 years up until this year.
What?
That's insane.
What? Okay, I love a good underdog story, so I'm gonna root for the Bengals on this one.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, this month is Black History Month, and you announced that you were actually going to be featured for Twitch's Celebrate Black History Month. What happened with that? How did that happen?
Yeah, so this is something that a lot of people don't know. So as we get into streamer tips today, this is like a pro tip for everyone. There is something in your dashboard where Twitch asks you to fill out like a streamer survey to break down your demographics, interests, and all that kind of stuff. And to my knowledge, they use that information when it comes time for things like this to do promotions, where if you fill out that survey, you will be in that pool of people that they look at to say, hey, we want to include this person in, they identify it as LGBTQ or they identify it as Black or whatever. And that's how you get these opportunities. Like people need to pay attention to all of their things when it comes to Twitch. This is one of the things I preach all the time with streamers, is that they don't pay attention to things like their analytics. They don't pay attention to their back end. They don't pay attention to things like their surveys and all the things that are there in your settings and in your dashboard. Look at them, because that's how I got this opportunity. I've literally had people DMing me like, how did you do that? Like it's not like some secret thing. I have like a hookup at Twitch. Like it was right there for you. Yeah. So I'm like, I was super proud that they included me, and literally did my first stream yesterday and already saw people coming through.
Really?
From that, yeah, it was actually really cool. Like random follows and people saying, hey, I see you in the front page or whatever, which was dope. Very dope.
Nice. So what does an opportunity like this mean for you? What are you hoping to get out of this?
I don't want to sit here and say like, exposure bucks, but like just visibility. Like we talk about this all the time with streaming. Discoverability on Twitch for everyone is terrible, right? Because of how Twitch just works as an enterprise, right? If you go incognito and you look at Twitch as a new user, all they want to do is they just want to show you the top 0.001% of Twitch. So for everybody else, for you, for me, it is really hard for anyone to find your stream, especially if you try to stream in a category that's really saturated.
Like just chatting.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I look at this as a really good opportunity, especially as I'm right now in a bit of a transition from what I was doing to something new. I look at this as an opportunity, at the very least, like the baseline of what I see this as is an opportunity to get myself in front of some people that I don't know, but also not only that, but just not for myself and selfishly, but also for me to discover some people that I don't know. Because I literally hooked up like last night with a couple other Black creators that I didn't know.
Awesome.
And this is and that happened to me with Knockout City, where like I ran into all these new people and content creators and established people who are like dope as hell, and I'm like, who are you? Why have I never seen you before? Because that's just the nature of Twitch. It's just such a big like body of water, and like trying to find anyone in there is like impossible. So yeah, like I said, at the very least, it's a cool opportunity to get some visibility that I wouldn't get otherwise, and I'm always about taking those opportunities. Absolutely.
That's really awesome. So describe to me your stream, like your vibe that you have in your stream. Like what kind of vibe will people get when they come into your stream?
Engagement. The mods know this. I know I've got a few of my mods actually here. Okie Boy, and good to see you here, buddy. As Soul's here as well. I am all about interactivity with what I do. I pride myself on being someone who plays multiplayer games with people. I discovered a while back that single-player, story-driven games are not for me because I like to talk too much, and we talk about everything, like all aspects of life and food and fun and religion and movies and television, all those sort of things, because again, it's all about me for me community. And so when people come to my channel, they're going to see relentless positivity, but that's like a stereotypical word you see, a buzzword in Twitch streams, but that's what we do, right? We do relentless positivity, carefree gameplay, and I'm all about like, hey, you're new to the channel, you just found me, hey, you see this game, do you play this game? You want to play with me right now? You want to hop in the VC right now and talk to me? I want to talk to you. That's what we do. At the Order of Dylan. So no matter what I'm playing, like whether I was playing Battlefront 2 back then, or Knockout City back then, or now Paladins, like I'm all about, I want to indoctrinate you into the thing that I do, and I want you to become a member of this community, a member of the Order, like today. And so when someone comes in, you know, I'm always yelling, hey, join our Discord server. We have a pretty lit Discord server. Get in there. Talk to us. You're welcome to the stream. Everybody, say hi to this person. Like shower them with love. I want them to feel welcomed when they come in. It's one of the things I took from you, right? From the Looney Bin. It's the reason why I stayed here. It wasn't just for you in the gameplay, in Booker. It was because when I
like that this is the second thing you listed.
It was because when I first came here, I just, every time, like when anyone would come in to chat, it was just all the mods and everyone just, hey, how's it going? And it made me feel like, oh my god, this place feels like home. Like, and that's what I've tried to bring to my stream. That's what, when you talk about vibe, that's what we do. That's our vibe.
Now, is your community as trolly as the Looney Bin?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I sincerely regret introducing sound alerts to the channel a while back because
should have learned from me.
Oh god, that was a huge mistake. Yeah, things like that, and also just like the memes. Like we have a lot of memes. Like when I went to do, I did an Epcot stream a while back and another Disney stream, and this girl approached me, like this super young girl approached me, and everyone thought like that she was hitting on me. And so now we have this whole thing where we call her Disney girl or VOD girl, whatever we call her. And so every single time I say I'm going out somewhere, they're like, oh, you hooking up with Disney girl? You hooking up with VOD girl? So things like that, yeah, like they turn into these like long running memes in the channel, and people just yeah. The trolling it's consistent. It's pretty consistent.
I want to, I guess, apologize for that level of influence on your community.
That culture has absolutely spread. Oh, there's no question about it.
Oh, jeez. Okay. See, chat, you guys are bad, okay? Stop trolling so much. Stop trolling other streamers as well, all right? Leave Dylan alone, okay? right, so Dylan,
I'm looking at chat right now to get the snap. Yeah, see this.
They're all it's all the inside jokes are coming out now. So Dylan, you were someone who you usually entrench yourself into one game at a time, right? Like you started with, Star Wars Battlefront. You got some growth out of that. You switched to Knockout City. That was huge for you. That's when you got partnered. Now you're getting to Paladins. What is your mindset when it comes to game selection?
Wow, that's a great question. And I hope that anyone who streams or is like starting to stream or whatever is struggling is like listening right now. If you don't listen to anything in the next 30 minutes or whatever, this is the time you want to actually listen, because I take it from me. I've learned a lot of lessons from this. So when it comes to game selection, so I started off streaming Battlefront 2 just because that was like the first thing I started doing when I started streaming, and eventually like I started growing from it, right? And I built my whole channel around it and Star Wars and all that. And it worked for me because I was streaming in the mornings and it wasn't overly saturated. And what I mean by saturation, if you don't know, is like when you go on Twitch and you look at the category that you're streaming in, how many people are streaming in it? What's the viewership to stream ratio? Like when you stream at your viewership level, where are you in that category? Category placement is everything in terms of Twitch discoverability. You do not want to be buried in a category. You want to be in a category that's alive, but is not overly dense with streams. Okay, so back when I was doing that, I was in a good place with Battlefront 2 and I was growing and all that, got to 1,000 whatever followers, whatever, and then I just reached a place where I stopped growing, right? I stopped gaining new followers. The community stopped growing. And anybody who streams knows that your stream is an organic thing and you can feel when it's growing, not growing, or when you don't have momentum. So you reach this place where you say to yourself, hey, I gotta change. I know that I had a lot of success with this thing, but that success is not happening now. So I've got to make a change right now and a pivot. And it's going to be difficult because a lot of people follow you for this thing. And then all of a sudden you stop doing that thing. So they're going to stop watching you because you're not doing the thing that I followed you for. A lot of people will do that. So like transitioning to Knockout City, I know in like it looks now like, oh, look at all the success you had. That was an obvious move. No, it was not. It was not an obvious move. It took a long time, 2 months of struggling to get to a place where eventually I got into that creator program, thanks to like coming up with a cool idea and a fashion show and all that. But it was difficult to convince people that was something that they can get into. And of course, like the rest is history, and I got partnered off of it. And now I'm going through the same process, like where I just got to a place where I was burnt out from Knockout City. And again, that momentum thing, you just kind of feel it, where it's like, this isn't really working anymore. I'm not really enjoying it. The growth, you can see it in your numbers. Again, look at your analytics if you care about those sort of things. So I just decided, I made a decision a couple weeks ago. I was like, I know this seems crazy. Again, same thing with Battlefront 2, but I'm going to stop doing this thing and kind of work on something new that I feel like maybe we might be able to do some new growth in, gain some forward momentum. And yeah, there are going to be some bumps in the road, guys. Like, it's never, when you make a pivot, no matter how dramatic it is, I'm not talking like going from streaming Call of Duty to Stardew Valley or something like that, but like making any sort of pivot or change is going to be difficult. There will be people who are like yeet out of your stream because of it.
Yeah.
But you got to do what's best for your channel and best for the core of your community and hope that people buy in. And you got to put that effort in to get them to buy in too, right? So if you're doing something new, you got to convince them like, hey, this is really cool. Make it fun. And I can just say anecdotally for me right now with Paladins, yeah, the numbers aren't as good. The viewership isn't as crazy as it was in Knockout City. But we've convinced so many people to like download this game. It's actually been ridiculous. And we're still, and everything we were doing with Knockout City, like in terms of playing with viewers and all that I talked about earlier, we're doing that now with Paladins. It's a free-to-play game and cross-platform, and we're having so much fun with it. And now all of a sudden I'm in a position where I might be able to apply for Paladins partner. Like these are the things that you have to like, these are the kind of the steps in the journey sometimes that you're gonna have to take, and there will be hard times. But yeah, when it comes to like game selection, it's about like, what am I interested in? What do I think is going to be good for the channel? And that's the other part too, is doing what's good for the stream. I'm never going to do something that is like, that I know isn't going to work for me.
So you're
like
not going to play League of Legends?
I'm not going to play League of Legends. I'm not going to play Fortnite, and neither should you. And I'm never going to do like story-driven like games that are very intensive and cutscene heavy, because that did not work for me when I tried to do it because it just didn't fit the vibe of the channel we were talking about earlier. So yeah, I take a lot of thought into like, yeah, everything that I do. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And thanks for sharing your mindset on that, because, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of creators here that, you know, believe it or not, look up to you and, you know, wonder how you got to where you are. And then they'll wonder how, you know, how I got to where I am. Right. And it's always, there's always something to learn, even if you're, you know, even my size, you know, learning from creators who are growing, who are adapting to the changes that Twitch has, because, you know, the space has changed so dramatically in the last few years. So what are your goals as a streamer on Twitch? Like, you know, because right now you're not full time. No. Is that something you want to do? Are you looking to get into the space? Like, what are you trying to get out of this?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because behind the scenes that I did apply for a job with Velen Studios, the people who make Knockout City. It didn't get it, unfortunately. I would like to, like I said, I would ultimately like to be in the creating space, not the content creation space, the actual creation space of things, right? Ultimately, that's kind of where my interests lie. I like making things. I like being a part of the making of things. In terms of like my goals as a streamer, I'm just deeply right now focused on just continuing to grow the core of my community, especially as I'm in a transitional phase to the next thing. I always want to be someone who's focused on a particular thing where I want to build around X. And so for a long period of time, that was game A and game B. And now we're on to sort of a new thing as we wait to see like what's coming out this year and what can I build around. Yeah, I think full time, that would be amazing. Like that would be incredible. That's, you know, that depends on your community, right? You're dependent on your community being that kind of level of supportive to be able to do that. And I could sit here and say like, all right, guys, I want to go full time, make it happen. You know what I mean? But that just depends on the kind of people that you have in your community. And that'd be great. And that would be a nice goal. But like I said, right now, I think getting partnered, like when I did, like relatively reasonably early-ish in my streaming journey, was a big, like, pun intended, check mark that I'd always wanted to hit. And so now I'm in that next phase where it's like, okay, so now what? And I know that the biggest thing I said when I applied for partner was I want to work with other companies. I want to host big events on Twitch. I was looking at Tech the other day. Technique was like, or this was like months back when he was involved with, was it the Olympics? He was doing coverage, and I was like, goals, hashtag goals. Like, I want to do stuff like that. Like, I want to be able to host big things on Twitch. I want my face out there and be able to, again, be a beacon of positivity and be me, but I want to be able to do it on bigger stage, on a bigger platform. So that's kind of my focus for 2022, is to now leverage that Twitch partnership and all that hard work I put into getting that check mark last year and actually using it to do much bigger things beyond just sitting on my ass and playing video games with people. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do some cooler things. And yeah, if I got to work on the game industry things, there's so many things on the table, but it's just to figure out what that next step is.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are all like really just, like you said, there's so many different ways to get into this industry, which is really powerful, right? And you know, obviously, I'm making some notes on this myself, and you know, I'll keep my eyes open for any opportunities.
Sure.
So, you know, I think you gave a lot of great advice. You know, talking about other streamers. Is there any other key things that you want to pass down to someone who is watching, trying to learn, and looks up to you?
Okay, so, and I see this all the time with people in and out of my community. So if I could give one big piece of advice to anybody who wants to stream and wants to succeed, like early on, the biggest thing I will say is don't stream. First things first, be a viewer, be on Twitch, build relationships with people, like as a moderator, as like a, you know, high level viewer, whatever it is. Build relationships so that when the time comes for you to go live and start streaming, you don't have to have everything all laid out and planned out or whatever, but people will come to your stream because they know who you are. If you go live now and no one's watching you, you don't have any moderators, whatever, that's a sign that you probably shouldn't be doing this right now. Like, you should be spending more time building actual real relationships with people, playing games with people, moderating for someone, so that but when the time comes for you to stream, you go live and it's like, oh, I know that person. We're good friends. I gotta go watch them. I know people now who don't even like consider themselves streamers, but who are people who are like in my channel and other channels, whatever, who are like, everyone knows them. And when they go live, they get like 15, 20 viewers. Like just because they know that many people who are they're friends with. So and they already have like a foundation if they wanted to start streaming. So that's like my number one advice I give to everybody is that before you start, don't just go live on Twitch because like, oh, I'm on Twitch, I want to stream. Like build relationships. Like it helped me. Like I was a moderator for a partnered streamer. And so when I got to start streaming, my mod friends would come. People from your community would come through, and that helped me build like a little foundation so that when I was in that category beginning, you know, in my streaming journey, oh, like I already had 10, 11, 12 viewers, you know what I mean? And that's huge. That's you cannot like grow like without that little tiny foundation, because how is anyone going to find you, right?
Yeah.
And everything I'm talking about is all just Twitch discoverability. Obviously, if you find the time and have the ability to create content on TikTok, create YouTube shorts, those things are huge now. So I'm just speaking about Twitch specifically, but build relationships before you get started with anything. And then last piece of advice in that, let's say you now are streaming and you're trying to grow, is figure out who you are. Figure out your brand and your identity and what you do, and build everything around that. So if you are someone who plays cutesy games and you play Animal Crossing and all that, your whole aesthetic needs to be cutesy. Like your logo, your avatar, your overlays, your panels, your game selection, your alerts, like everything needs to fit into that, because when people find you for that content and they like that vibe, they're going to be more likely to come back. Whereas if you are playing Animal Crossing today and then the next day you're playing Call of Duty and you've got like a wolf with a shotgun as your avatar, it's just too confusing and they don't know what to expect from your content. I was a Star Wars nerd. I played Star Wars games. My logo was Star Wars related. Princess Leia was my follower alert. So people came back because, oh, I'm a Star Wars nerd. I like Star Wars games. This person speaks to my interests. That is how you build consistency. And again, with schedule and all that, consistency in your branding, consistency in what you do. I'm telling you, you will succeed and you will actually start to build an audience that way. I borderline guarantee it.
Great advice. And for those who don't know, Dylan actually is one of our contributors to SolarStream, where he talks a lot about discoverability. We picked his brain on that because, you know, he is someone who started streaming during the pandemic, is in the same journey that a lot of creators are at, and was able to find success through a lot of these practices. So, you know, thanks again for being a part of that. And
yeah,
the last thing I want to ask you before we wrap up is, you know, do you have anything upcoming, any events or plans coming up for your stream that you're doing or would like to do? You know, anything that you want to tease to people who are going to be checking you out?
Yeah, like I said, over the next month, it's gonna be a lot of fun because we're gonna be doing some cool stuff during Black Brilliance. Like I said, right now we're pushing in Paladins right now because this game is fun. I'm trying to get as many people as I can into it. So if you're here right now, download Paladins. It's free. And I have a birthday coming up, February the 16th. I am currently planning potentially a 24-hour stream for this. So more details to come. If you guys are here, this is my moment here, Lowco, if you don't mind.
Yes, absolutely.
As a call to action for the loonies, I want to see more of you guys. You guys are always going to be, no matter what I'm doing over there, you guys are always going to be my family. Like my real first family over on Twitch. And so I just want to see more of you. Not saying bring your trolling over there. Don't bring that behavior.
You get the whole package. I'm sorry, you can't pick and choose what you get.
I can't pick and choose. Okay, well, whatever. If you want to troll, whatever. But I want to see more of you guys. I seriously want to see more of you guys. I miss you guys. I know I'm not here as much as I would like to be, but I'm busy with a lot of things right now. But I want to see more of you guys as much as possible, because you guys will always be my Twitch fam. Twitch Mama Lowco and all of that. But we're doing a lot of cool things. We're doing a lot of interactive
Turn 30,
stuff.
get cold, Mom. Look at me.
That's just the nature of it. Lowco, welcome to the club. But yeah, right now my whole thing is we are pushing forward with new things. Jackbox Fridays, like I said, a lot of Paladins, kind of moving off from Knockout City and doing new things. And we have a lot of new games coming out. And I'm excited to play games with you all. And there are things, I've got some irons in the fire. Like I said, the big thing right now is pushing for Paladin's part, and I want to secure that just to have that feather in the cap. But I want to see you guys, because like you people, my community makes the stream better. My stream is the best that it could possibly be when the mods are there, people are there, we're having great conversations. So yeah, come by. I want to see you guys. Twitch.tv/TheOrderOfDylan. You know where it is. You know where it is. I'm sure you're following already.
Absolutely. And if the mods want to link up Dylan's stream one more time, get that link in chat. Please go give him a follow. Dylan, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. And, I'm sure we'll see you back again because, if you guys have somehow missed it, Dylan's been a part of the show several times doing interviews, being a part of panels. Skomar is shouting out other people. But yeah, so Dylan will definitely be back. So Dylan, thank you so much for joining us. We will be right back, chat. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna go say bye to Dylan, and then we have more coming up. We're gonna be talking about YouTube versus Twitch and the 2021.
I'm excited for this conversation. Yeah,
the 2021 streaming platform report. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back in just a sec.